I was draft eligible. Should I come back or should I stay another year? It really just played a part into the brotherhood and togetherness they had and the relationships that they've built at Penn State. And I do think they and we had so much to accomplish. So, them coming back to really pursue those dreams and see that out really shows how hard they worked and how hard they're working now.
How did you find out that Coach Allen was leaving, and how did that maybe impact your decision to?
How did I find out? I found out he actually called me. He called me. He was just talking first, and then he told me yeah, I'm at Clemson, blah blah. Good luck going forward. But we were just talking, and he called me. Actually, he was just giving me kudos. I was giving him props because I only had 1 year with him. He had 1 year with me, and I learned a lot from him. He learned a lot from me, and he definitely helped me become a better man. But he definitely called me, and I probably heard speculations on the media he might be the next candidate for the Clemson spot, and it's just sometimes it just be talk. But he called me and let it known that he would be leaving Penn State.
What's the biggest thing you learned from him?
The biggest thing I learned from him was understanding what guys are doing around me, how to play within the scheme more efficiently, and he expanded my IQ just from regards of knowing where I'm supposed to be at what time and know who else is supposed to be where they're supposed to be, and just knowing other guys' jobs, knowing how to do things the right way, and knowing how things are supposed to be done defensively.
Kobe, a couple of minutes ago, Abdul was talking about how he's pretty confident he's the best player in this draft, the best player. One, do you agree? And two, just kind of where does his confidence come from that he can say that? So
we're talking about who? What player? Abdul. I think his confidence just comes from his upbringing. It comes from his background. It comes from what type of player he is. He's a dominant player. He wants to get better every day. He wants to grow. He also wants to compete, and we seen that first day he came in. Great guy on the field, off the field, but he really just wants to dominate and show everyone that he's the best, really.
Have you met with the...
Drew Allard. I have. Man, I can't really tell you. I can't really tell you off the top of my head. Yes, I did.
Have you met with the Raiders?
I met with the Raiders.
What was that meeting like? Anything stand out?
It really stood out. Just the football talk we had. All the meetings were kind of similar, and it kind of felt kind of the same. But the football talk we've had, the guy was from Michigan, so he was a hometown guy, and we kind of had a good connection there. But really, the football talk, the ins and outs, and talking about the game and how it's kind of reverting back to an old playing style with a lot of running backs, getting recognition again with the running back game that kind of went away from it. Not really went away, but running backs weren't getting a lot of recognition, and we thought that it would definitely get back to a similar game. That's as far as how it was a couple years ago, or back in the day with bigger linebackers being needed to fill gaps and make tackles and stop running backs. So it was just good football talk, and we made a good connection.
Philip, you played almost 50 college football. All that experience, how does that help you as you get ready to go?
Well, I think all the experience really starts in practice with the guys that I've competed with day in, day out, offensively and defensively. But just the experience from my freshman year to the last game I played in Miami, it really was a testament to my progress, how much I've grown from my first game to my last game. I cherished it all. I cherished the fans, cherished playing with my teammates, but really the amount of talent that I've seen throughout my years and the amount of talent that I had to prepare for throughout the week was just, it was awesome, really. Just seeing different guys day in, day out, week in, week out, having to compete against different guys with different talents and different type of schemes. It was really just, it's football, and I really loved it. Comparing preparation for one guy this week and then another guy, different type of style, is really just different types of football that I had to get ready for. So that's really it. One more time?
Did you meet with the Bills?
Not at all.
Kobe, you guys obviously played a terrific season defensively this year. Not to the offense had a lot of success, but one was showing by that Big Ten title. What were they doing? What was Dylan Gabriel doing that day that was made it up?
I would say they really took advantage of exhibiting different formations that we haven't seen all year. They definitely did a lot of film work and studying our defensive scheme. But the tempo was very fast. I don't think we've seen that since I've been here. We've seen tempo a lot, but they had a very fast tempo and very fast-paced offense. But just the amount of formation that they showed that game was really, we had to go back to the drawing board after that because we ain't really seen much of that all year.
Kobe, do you have a...
Dale, a great tight end as well, for some previous year. What was that matchup like for you? What stood out about that?
With the tight end they had, oh man, the matchup was awesome. It was something to look forward to. It was something that we took on our shoulders as a challenge, just like any other week. But we've seen Tyler Warren, Theo Johnson, Brent Strange, those guys in the past, and there's really nothing different from what we've seen. But I would definitely say it was something to prepare for because those guys are guys too, and they're getting paid scholarships to do what they do, and we are too. But it was great preparing for guys like that and the caliber of team they played for and the talent that they had. It was awesome.
Cody, do you have a story or a memory that kind of exemplifies who Abdul Carter is?
A story that kind of exhibits what type of character he is.
Yeah.
I would say his first day on campus, not his first day, his first workout, it was in the summertime. He was talking competitively to us. He was telling us how good he was going to be. He was telling us how hard he was going to work, what he was going to do, and he definitely showed that in the first workout and in the first game that I seen him play. So since the first day, he's been one to dominate.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.